want to go outside and talk?
We got roofers outside.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. Okay.
All right.
Let's go see what's going on with the bus first.
Okay.
Let's go see what's going on with the bus first. Oh, you guys get to the prime time here.
What's going on with the bus?
We got a couple things going on. I don't remember last week.
It's all a blur.
I don't know. Do we have this in already? The new,
Yes.
Okay. Well, I've got these pillars going in now. There's the front post for the bus because the whole front end's floating right now.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole new structure for the bumpers and everything is going to be attached to these. And I'm about to put this one in here. And it's going to line up there. These attach to this, and then you build from there back up to the nose where we're at. Then you're going to put a new floor in and build the wheel wells from there. And then we're going to put the doors on and the bulkhead from the doors. And then
Neck
the
bone's
top.
connected to the...
Yeah, exactly. So we got a lot going on. So we're waiting, like, because of COVID, obviously, or that's what they say anyways, we're waiting on some parts. So like that frame over there you see cut off, that's holding up a little bit because we can't really attach any of that till that's there.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So, but we're mocking things up and doing what we can. So
Yeah.
So we're waiting on a piece on the front and we're waiting on a piece on the back. So we're kind of in.
You're in the middle.
But Stone's tacked in this entire side.
Yeah.
I think it was up there last week.
Right.
Now it's attached.
Yeah,
so
it was just kind of...
It's all welded in.
it's all welded in now. So it's
That's a whole
that part's
lot of
on there.
green.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of green on there now. So
That's cool.
So we get these other couple parts we're waiting on. We should advance pretty far from there. Like I said, this whole front end will be going pretty quick then. We'll have the doors on, and then for the doors we build up. So there's a lot of, these all are going to be new here, but we got to wait till we get doors and fit them. Then we put these pieces all on, and then we go from there up to the top and take the top and go with it. And then soon we'll be having it blasted, hopefully.
That's pretty cool. How satisfying is it to seeing it like coming along, huh?
It is. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of work.
You guys pretty much full-time on this right now, right?
Right now, we've been on it for what, like a week and a half now straight? 3 weeks. Wow.
All right. Has Rusty shown up in your dreams yet?
Yeah.
All right.
I
there you go.
woke up in the middle of the night and thought the whole front end collapsed because the supports failed. So
That's not a good dream.
it didn't happen. It's still here.
That's good. That's good.
So.
Well, it's looking great.
But yeah, it's come along. I mean, for those that are watching the progress, you can tell it's changed a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Oh, definitely.
we got some issues back that we're dealing with inside there that we got to deal with. There's a couple things that are different on some of our parts, but we're working through it. So.
All right. It's all a matter of.
And then the very back there, nothing's really changed on it because we're waiting on a part back there. But
Okay.
back here, we got this corner. Obviously, within last time, we did have this is the battery tray, so now it's going to connect to the frame, but we can't do anything because we're waiting on this part.
Oh.
When we get it, we can come across here. So we're kind of in limbo in this section right here for right now.
Yeah.
Which is kind of holding up everything else. So, but hopefully we get that part in. We should see some progress flying along here soon in the next couple weeks.
Well, the left side looks good, Stan.
But there's a lot of little stuff that he's doing right now too. He's getting all the little rusty holes in that bulkhead around. There's a lot of little holes we got to go patch and grind down and weld and grind down and weld. Yeah. Yeah, you fix a little one and it blows out another rusty part.
Oh, I was gonna ask if it spreads or like.
Oh
all of a
yeah,
sudden you're like,
you'll start welding a little hole up and it'll blow through to a big hole. And then you gotta get it and keep on going. So, but that's
a never-ending project.
We knew it was gonna be part of it. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah, back here the top really pivots off here. We've got this whole top piece, but we can't really do anything with it till we get this corner in, which we have, but we can't do the corner until we have this. So really, it really is like Legos, where we're missing a couple of key pieces.
And they don't make a new piece for this corner.
Yeah, this one piece they don't make. So that, they're trying to get it.
Fabricate it.
Well, we're trying to actually, there's a guy down in Florida that has that exact piece. So we're trying to work it out with him to get it up here.
Hey, Florida guy.
Yeah.
Help us out, man.
So yeah, if you're watching the video. But yeah, they don't make just certain pieces, which is weird. So that's holding us up. So if not, yeah, we will have to make it.
Okay.
Which I kind of already did, but we're going to wait and see if we get the real part before we go use the fabricated part.
That'd be better, but... Maybe.
It's a part you'll never
Maybe it
see.
would be.
It's inside here. It's literally in there right now, and you'll never see it again.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't matter, but to keep it to where it's supposed to be authentic, we're trying to do our best.
Oh, that's good. Well, we try.
If not, it'd be custom.
There you go.
Custom authentic.
Customize the heck out of this thing.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Something like that. So other than that,
it's looking good though. I mean,
yeah,
it looks like a bus.
Yeah. We had some level issues. Now it's perfect this way.
Yeah.
We had some problems. It is attached all the way to the floor, that bottom is, so it's where it's supposed to be.
That's good.
So that did change from last week.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was actually twisted.
What had happened is since the bus sat out in the weather for all that time, the body had actually sagged by itself.
It actually twisted itself.
Oh, wow.
Just the body.
So,
not even the frame.
So we had to jack the body up to get it to meet, because you put new parts in with what's been sagging forever, and it's a little not.
Well, yeah, I mean.
So we had to actually do a little math and jack the entire thing up and shake it, twist it to get it to go. So, but it's on there now, so that's good. And we're within, this bus sat in the weather for who knows how long, looking like it did if you all watched it.
30, 40 years.
And we're within 1/8 of an inch from side to side, which is...
That's not bad.
It probably didn't come out of the factory.
I was going to say, it's probably better than factory.
Yeah, so...
We try to do that.
It's under 1/8 an inch from side to side as far as the sides
Impressive. I love it. Love the level of OCD. That's great.
Yep.
All right, well, I'll let you get back to it.
We're going to do it.
Coming along, huh?
Appreciate it, yes.
Shannon in today?
Shannon is on trip.
Oh, okay. Let's go see what Spook's up to. There you are.
Where? Back in the model room.
Yeah.
So to get the overhead noise, we've got some roofers taking care of one of our flat roofs.
Oh, okay.
So they basically did a foam and then a couple layers on top of that.
Cool. Metal roof?
No, it's just it's plywood and foam and 2 top coats on it.
Oh, wow.
So
cool.
Might be a little bit noisy.
Yeah, that's all right.
So
what's new on the trike?
Not much.
All right. Well,
I've been fine tuning and getting little stuff figured out. I'm starting to work on the rear cage now, and I figured out how to mount. We're going to mount the exhaust. It's going to involve cutting up a big, expensive exhaust to make it work. So I've got that figured out.
Let's see that, because I don't think that was covered with plastic last time.
Yeah. So originally this sits off over here, and we just don't have the clearance for the tire. So this is the thought, is to have it set up like this. We'll have a rubber hanger for it, and then we've got to replace this pipe, make it match up here. So that's kind of that's the solution we've come up with. But this gives me enough location for everything in order to get the tubes done.
Do you feel like you're trying to stuff like I don't know, a whole town into one tiny block or something?
There's an expression which I won't use, but 3 pounds in a 5 pounds in a 3 pound sack.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what it feels like, because there's really not a lot of room here, and with the design choices that we made, it doesn't lend itself to adding stuff like a computer and all this other stuff. So right now I've got the gas tank sorted out. That was one of my kind of things yesterday, because I fabbed it up yesterday from proof of concept. We were hitting right here, and there was no way to get the cap on or off. And so I had to figure out a different hinge mechanism.
Just being able to refill is kind of important.
Yeah.
It's not a one-time ride.
So I think I threw away the original hinge, but Roger had custom made a set of hinges that cleared everything. It was a really nice sweeping movement, but then I engineered something out of a VW Beetle.
Cool. So all right. That works. Nice.
So now I'm getting final fitment and testing and stuff like that. So I hear there was a question if any of y'all are even watching at this point.
Right.
I mean, this is the bonus reel.
Yeah, bonus reel, right? So how do you learn how to start restoring cars? How do you get good at that?
There's a couple of different ways. You can go to the trade schools, and they can teach you technically how to do each one of these. Which, if you don't have a bit of an artist in you, it's going to be like pulling teeth. For me, I'm self-taught. I read a lot of books. This is pre-internet days. Read a lot of books and magazines, and I had some friends who sort of played with this, and I've made the same mistake as everybody else. I have used newspaper before, in doing painting. But with the availability of YouTube out there, do be careful out there, because there's a lot of guys putting content out there that ain't right. The newspaper thing is a big thing for me.
Yeah, we saw that yesterday, and you about fell out of your chair.
I about fell on my chair, because the guys are out there doing a respray, and they're using newspaper because it's cheap and available. But there's oils and inks and stuff in there that can cross-contaminate paint. That's one of the reasons. Another thing I see is, when they're sitting there doing Bondo or bog or mud, we call it mud, they will use a cardboard tray for their mixing tray.
Oh, yeah.
And that's got oils and stuff.
So it's all getting
waxes.
contaminated.
It'll contaminate the actual filler. We like to use a glass, like glass cutting board.
Yeah.
And you can buy those cheap at thrift stores, because nobody wants the glass ones anymore.
Right.
Then we also use metal blades instead of plastic blades, because it's got better control.
Yeah.
We don't use a lot of filler, but when we do, we apply it right.
Yeah.
Another thing I saw that I really got to disagree with is the mixing of 1K and 2K products.
Oh, yeah, we saw that one guy.
I
thought you were going to have a coronary.
Blood pressure wasn't that high yet. But he had, this guy was actually doing like a little scuff spot repair.
Yeah.
And he was doing a 2-part system, which is like the hardener and the actual paint, or it's catalyst. That actually what gives paint the ability to dry. And with aerosol stuff, it's all 1K, which means there's no hardeners in them. And so 1K and 2K don't behave correctly together.
So the 2K basically eats the 1K?
Pretty much. It causes it to lift, and you'll get bubbling down the road, and it's a bad repair. You've seen the guys who are doing repairs now with ramen noodles and super glue, and that's just as bad.
Oh no, I have not seen that.
Oh yeah, I saw some guy, and I'm pretty sure it was a joke, but
I hope.
It's just like, oh my god.
So
or our expandable foam.
Yeah. So if somebody's watching though, and they're trying to learn from YouTube, how do they know whether it's somebody who's doing it right?
Keep watching. I mean, follow professional channels. I love the amateur guys out there that are doing stuff, because they're keeping this hobby alive.
Yeah.
And they're sharing their experiences on YouTube. But kind of when you do it, do it right. Do it the correct way. Because if you're putting out bad information, that's not good for anybody.
So maybe just don't follow one person. Yeah. Try to find out from a few different people.
Yeah, I would say, it's like when I was first learning how to polish and color sand. It's like YouTube actually was sort of available. And there was a couple channels out there, and there were some really bad techniques, and and I would try it. I would actually burn through paint with a rotary.
Like, oops, that didn't work.
And these guys are some of the guys with the rotaries are really, really good. And it's like that was all that was available back in the day. But now we have dual action and drive dual action buffers, as we call them, but they used to use them for waxes. And in the detailing business, I saw a lot of the detail guys doing paint correction, which is basically what color sanding is.
Yeah.
And so I kind of picked up some of those techniques. Some techniques work, some didn't. Always get good tools, that kind of stuff. But that's my little rant on YouTube stuff. So, when you do your learning, do a lot more than just one thing, including us. I mean, it's like, if we're doing something wrong, let us know. I always want to learn the next thing, how to do it better, how to do it more efficient, how to do it so it comes out nicer, prettier, with less effort. I mean, it's not being lazy. I do enjoy the process, but I'm not going to add an extra process just for it.
Yeah.
And it's like, through the years, I've been able to eliminate a couple of processes that weren't needed. That I was just doing for overkill. And it's like we used to shoot a flow coat, which is the second clear layer, over just about everything to get a better build, and I figured out how to do it well in the booth. It's a longer shoot, but I can do it that same day.
Yeah.
And so it makes it go that much quicker.
Well, that cut off a bunch of hours too.
Yeah, because you don't have to sand the car all the way down again with 800 or 1,000, and you don't have to. You don't have that extra dry time, wait time, shoot time.
Yeah.
So each time you set up for a shoot, even if you're shooting something that's going to be 15 minutes, and booth time, it's still going to be 2 hours.
Right.
Because you got to wait for the cure and wait for the flash time and the room to cure and paint to cure and all that stuff. So So, sorry for the rant. Hit the like, subscribe, notify.
You feel better?
All of that stuff. Yeah, I do. This is bugging me yesterday.
All right.
And I decided that we needed to say something.
Yep. Proper
tools, proper safety equipment, number safety. So I'm gonna go back to my puzzle.
Have fun.